everybody for coming. So, as the 4th grade parents know, the kids did a play right before Christmas and just performed for the other elementary kids. So, I promised them that they could perform for their parents at the end of the year. So, this group loves to act and is very well behaved and pretty much did this whole thing on their own. So, I helped set stuff up, but they made all the props, did all the work, so they're ready to present.
The 3 Pirate Pigs. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs whose mother sent them out into the world. Unsure of what to do with their lives, 3 pigs discussed and deliberated until they decided, let's be pirates!
The first pig tied a bandana around his head. And swaggered away, looking very tired.
It didn't take long before the first pig saw an elephant hauling a load of logs bundled together with thick rope.
The pig put on his most fierce, piratey face and his most gravelly, piratey voice.
Ahoy, Master Elephant! Might ye spare some logs and rope for a poor pig to build a raft?
The elephant, who recognized the pirate pig when she saw one, dropped the bundle of logs and ran off.
So the first pig laid the logs side by side to make a raft and lashed it all together with a thick rope.
Then he headed out to sea.
But it didn't take long before... and hoof for paw zoomed up on a jet ski and began circling the raft.
Hey, bandana pig! Let me come aboard! Not by the hair of my piratey chin!
Then I'll hop, and I'll pop, and I'll blow your raft to smithereens, and I'll make you walk the plank.
The wolf gulped in a huge breath of air. His cheeks puffed out like a pair of frightened blowfish.
Then, whoosh!
The wolf blasted out a breath that roared like a hurricane and smelled like decomposing plankton.
Help!
Splash! A massive tidal wave demolished the raft, and the stink of the wolf's breath made the hair drop right off the little pig pirate chin. Only the first pirate pig's creative use of a giant starfish and 2 sea slugs saved his life, and he barely made it ashore.
While all this was happening, the second pig put on a cool pirate hat, dropped a Jolly Roger pirate flag over his shoulder.
He swaggered away, looking even more piratey than the first pig.
It didn't take long before the second pig came across the same elephant his pig brother had met. The elephant had replaced her load of logs with a pile of wooden boards bundled up in a canvas sheet.
The second pig put on his most fiercest, piratey face and his most gravelly, piratey voice.
Ahoy, Master Elephant! Might ye spare some wooden boards and canvas sheet for a poor pig to build a sailboat?
The elephant recognized the pirate pig when she saw one, dropped the bundle of wooden boards, and ran off.
So the second pig nailed the boards together to make a boat, then used the canvas sheet as a sail. He hoisted his skull and crossbones leg up the mast and headed out to sea.
But it didn't take long before
The wolf with one peg leg and a hook for a paw zoomed up on his jet ski and began circling the sailboat.
Hey, Jolly Roger Flag Pirate Hat Pig, let me come aboard!
Not by the hair of my piratey chin!
Then I'll pop, and I'll pop, and I'll blow your sailboat to smithereens, and I'll make you walk the plank. The wolf gulped in a huge breath of air. His cheeks puffed out like sails in a typhoon. Then, whoosh! The wolf blasted out a breath that roared like a cyclone and smelled like a krill-flavored belch from a blue whale.
Wow!
Splash!
a massive tidal wave splintered the sailboat, and the stink of the wolf's breath made the hair drop right off the little pig's piratey chin.
Only the second pig's creative use of 2 jellyfish tentacles and a piece of driftwood saved his life, and he barely made it ashore.
and she tore the sleeves off her favorite pink shirt and got a skull and crossbones tattooed on her left arm.
She swaggered away, looking even more party than both of her brothers combined.
It didn't take long before the third pig came across the same elephant her two big brothers had met.
The elephant had replaced her pile of wooden boards with a stack of sheep. The third pig stroked the feathers of the parrot perched on her shoulder and smiled pleasantly.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have any idea where I might find a nice pair of large, piratey earrings for sale? The elephant was now so scared of the pirate pigs that she didn't even pay attention to the third pig's question.
She stared at her parrot and tattooed arm.
She gawked at the shimmering sharp blade of her cutlass.
And
clang! She dropped her sheet metal and thundered away, trumpeting in terror.
the third pig was pretty disappointed. She really been looking forward to some new earrings.
But instead of going earring shopping, she used the sheet metal to build a submarine.
And she and her parrot headed out to sea. But it didn't take long before...
The wolf with one peg leg and a hook for a paw zoomed up on his jet ski and began circling the submarine.
Hey, tattoo cutlass carrying eye patch pig, let me come aboard!
Not by the hair of my piratey pigtails!
Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your submarine to smithereens, and I'll make you walk the plank.
The wolf gulped in a huge breath of air. His cheeks puffed out like a whale with the plugged blowhole.
Then,
Whoosh! The wolf blasted out a breath that roared like a tropical storm and smelled like an octopus's gin sauce.
but... See you later, Wolfie!
The third little thing slammed the hatch and plunged her submarine downward.
Massive waves rolled and rolled. But the third pirate pig cruised safely and smoothly below the surface, not losing a single hair from her piratey pigtails.
Not so fast!
The wolf dove into the sea and tried to bite his way through the submarine, but he cracked his teeth, not the sheet metal.
Next, he took up his peg leg. Slid it under the edge of the hatch and pried it open. But the hatch was sealed tight.
Needing air, the wolf swam back to the surface to catch his breath. That's when he saw the submarine pirate's boat, and he got his final idea.
I'm coming for you, little piggy!
The wolf used his hooked paw and
Pop! He popped the lens from the periscope like a bottle cap. The wolf took another deep breath and blasted it down the periscope, planning to blow up the submarine like a giant steel balloon.
When the third pig saw what was about to happen, she sent her parrot shooting up the periscope like a feather torpedo.
the parrot burst into the wolf's face in an explosion of feathers.
Ah! The wolf stumbled. Third pirate pig flipped open the hatch.
I hope you get my point! She held her cutlass above her head, right as the wolf tumbled bottom first into the hatch.
Yow!
The wolf shot upward and
Splash! Dropped into the sea. The parrot glided back through the hatch, landed on the pig's shoulder.
Happy swimming, Wolfie! The pig and her parrot left the West Splash and hopeless and cruised back to shore to pick up her two pig brothers.
the three pigs quickly made a new decision.
No more pirating! Instead of being pirates, they started their own company. The Three Little Pigs Deep Sea Submarine Adventures. And they lived happily but not so piratey ever after.
Though the third little pig did still like to show off her tattoo.